Is YouTube your only go-to source for including video content in your courses? Then you might want to check out Films on Demand, the library's top streaming site for educational video content. Here, you and your students have access to over 40,000 videos from producers such as PBS, HBO, National Geographic, History Channel, TED Talks, and more. You can browse for videos by scrolling down and selecting a category, or by accessing a menu of subjects at the top. Probably the easiest way to find content in Films on Demand is to just use the search box. Let's do a quick search. What separates Films on Demand from other streaming sites is in how it breaks down longer films into shorter snippets called segments. So your search results will include segments of full-length films, usually 1 to 10 minutes in length, that briefly cover a topic or an aspect of a topic. You can click on the segment link just to view the segment of that film, or click on the title to view the whole title. We'll click on the segment link to go straight to the segment of the film that is about the strategy of the War of 1812. Notice that the segment is 2 minutes and 12 seconds long and is the second segment of the film, The War of 1812. Clicking on play will start the film at the segment that we selected.
In 1807, President Jefferson tried to avoid war by proclaiming an embargo. No foreign trade, no ships to leave our ports or overseas.
Over on the right, you can see how the film is broken down into segments, and you can select a different segment. In addition, Films on Demand offers accurate closed captioning for its content, something that YouTube doesn't always do. This assures that any video content you include in your course meets ADA compliance and accommodates students with hearing loss. You can also access a transcript by clicking on the right, and students can follow along with the text as the video plays. You can also download the transcript. You can also try embedding a film or a segment in your Blackboard course, but we recommend placing a link in your course instead. Go down to Share, change it to Embed Link, and then copy the segment URL. In your Blackboard course, create an item, select a link, give the link a name, make it visible to students, paste the URL, and give it an optional description, and hit save. Students can now click on the link to the video. The library also provides access to AVON, Academic Video Online, which is a larger collection, but unlike Films on Demand, doesn't break films down into sections.
What remained of our nation's capital, and British troops.
Videos in AVON are also fully closed captioned.
One fiery night.
200 years ago this month, 4,000 British soldiers lay siege to Washington, D.C. and set fire to the U.S. Capitol.
And you can also copy the permalink to insert into your Blackboard course. Students can also access a transcript of the video. Another streaming resource the library has access to is Kanopy, which includes many titles not covered in Films on Demand or AVON, including some feature films. Kanopy works a lot differently, however. Titles in Kanopy have to be purchased individually by the library, and the license for each film is usually only for 1 year and usually costs around $100. The library is happy to work with you on getting access to any of these titles. If you find a title you think you'd like us to purchase access to, you can fill out the form or just email us and let us know. You can access help files on the library's Get Answers page by typing in the question, how do I use films on demand, or how do I use AVON? And don't forget that you can always contact the library at mcclibrary@kctcs.edu if you need more help.